Gamestar educators, my name is Katya, and today I'm going to walk you through setting up a new teacher account in Gamestar Mechanic. So I went to gamestarmechanic.com. I don't have an account yet. This is my first time at the site. The first thing I want to do is create an account. So instead of clicking on Teachers Yet, we'll get to that in a minute, I'm just going to click on the Get Started button. And here I can create an account. I'm going to make a username. I'm going to call it Katya Teacher Tutorial for now. This is just a test username. Create a quick password. I'll put in a birthday. And now you all know my birthday. Read the terms of service. If you agree, then register. Oh, sorry, my password needs to be a little longer. Okay. Once you've registered, you need to enter a security code. You do this anytime you register an account. Even your students will do this as well. So this is if you ever forget your password, you don't need to have an email address to send it to, so we don't need students to enter their emails. You just need this security code. So you'll pick your favorite subject. I'll say English, your favorite animal, horse, favorite color green, and favorite activity hiking or camping. You say done, it's going to scramble them, so you have to choose the same again to verify. And once that's done, you have an account. To get started, you can start with a free account, you could purchase a premium account, but we're not going to do that because we're making a teacher account. So just click the Get Started free account. And now you have a normal free account on Gamestar Mechanic. So here I'm in my account. I could go play the quest, I could make a game in my workshop, I can play games in Game Alley. This is a normal account in Gamestar. Now that I have an account, I want to set up a class so I can be a teacher and have students in Gamestar. So if you scroll down, the bottom of any Gamestar Mechanic page will have this Teachers button. So click on Teachers and it will take you to the Teachers site. There's a lot on this site that you might want to check out. There's introductory videos, there's a blog, community, lesson plans. There's a quest you can play to learn about Gamestar, but we're going to skip this for now and just go to getting a class set up. So if you look over here on the left, I'm going to go to step 3, Get Started. This means set up my class. I can choose from here whether I want to buy a premium class or just use the free edition. So there are features that come along with a premium edition. You can assign projects to your students, you can track your students' progress, and then you can have a lot more content for your students to play and to use when they create their own games. But for now we're just going to use the free edition, which has limited content, but students can still play and create games. So if you want to start here and upgrade later, that's fine. So that's what we're going to look at. So I'm going to click on Use the Free Edition. Since I'm logged in as Katya Teacher Tutorial, the account I just made, I'm going to use that account. If I want to use a different one or create a new account, I can go to Log Out and make a new account right here on the spot. So we're going to keep this one. You enter your name, you enter your email address, confirm your email address, and then tell us a little bit about your school. So, an institution name, I'm going to call this Teacher Tutorial School, just as a test school. I'll say that it's a community organization, but you should choose accurately from this list of what kind of school you are. I'm in the US, I'm in New York, and what am I going to use Gamestar for? I'll say I'm using it for technology computers. Certified that I'm an educator over 18, and you can read the licensing agreement, the terms of service here, and validate and create your class. Once your class is created, you need to make a class name and a short name. Your class name is the name that will mean something to you and your students. So name this something like Mrs. Smith's 3rd grade, something that you and your students will recognize. For now, I'm going to call this Katya Teacher Tutorial Class. The short name is going to be used in a link for your class. So you don't want any spaces. It's going to be in the URL for your class. I'm going to again call it Katya Teacher Tutorial to be consistent, and validate and create my class. So congratulations, your class is now set up so your students can join and start using Gamestar as part of your class. I have Katya's Teacher Tutorial class, and you'll see that I have unlimited registrations, unlimited activations for students. That's because I am in a free institution. So this says manage your class from your workshop. I'm going to click on that and it's going to bring me back to Gamestar Mechanic. So another way to get to this is to click on this workshop button. I'm going to go back to normal GamestarMechanic.com. You'll see this is just the normal place where I start. I'm already logged in, so I'm going to say get started, and then click on workshop and go back to that link that I was just directed to. Scroll down a little bit and we'll see that I have a class, Katya Teacher Tutorial class, and it's a free institution. I can look at about my institution and see a couple really important things. One thing is this link. Give this link to a student to get a free account with your permission. Once I give this link to any Gamestar Mechanic user, they will join my class. If I want another teacher to join my class, let's say two of us are teaching the class together, I would give this link to another teacher and they would join the class as a teacher. Right now I don't have any students yet, so let's fix that. I am going to copy this link and log out. So I'm no longer in my teacher account, and let's see what happens when I'm logged out and I go to this link. It's going to say, you're about to join Katya Teacher Tutorial class. You will join as a student. That's good. We want a student to join this class. I already have a Gamestar Mechanic account, or I don't have a Gamestar account. So if you have a student who already has a Gamestar account, they put their username and password and log in. If they don't have an account, they can register right here. But I already have an account that I'm going to use for this. Just one of my normal Gamestar accounts. So I'm going to log in. And now I'm part of that class. It doesn't mean much to me yet as a student, but if I log out and go back to my teacher account, remember it was called Katya Teacher Tutorial. We'll see when I go to my workshop, you manage your class from your workshop. Scroll down to about my institution. Now I have a student. So what can I do with this student? At this point, I can't do too much because this is a free account. You need a premium account to really manage your students. So let's say we want to upgrade to a premium account. That will get us the ability to track students, see how many games they've made, see the comments that they write to each other, be able to assign them projects as well, and evaluate their projects within the system. So if I want to add premium student packs, I can click this button right here. This brings us back to the Gamestar Mechanic Teachers page where we were before, and that Get Started section where we were before. And we are now in Add Premium Packs to your class. So you have one teacher, that's me, and we signed up one student, and we want to give that student a premium account. So our minimum is 10 students at $2 a student. So we cannot add any less than 10 students. So to sign up for a premium account, you have 10 students minimum, $2 a student. And let's say we're going to check out by an invoice. You could also check out by a credit card, but for now I'm going to do an invoice. Note here that you can also do a 30-day free trial, which includes 3 premium student accounts. So if you have 3 students and you just want to try premium out with them, you can do that without paying anything, and that lasts for 30 days. For now, I'm going to show you how to purchase. Again, this doesn't have to be 10 accounts. This could be 200. This could be 17. You can customize this number as long as it's over 10, but we're going to start with 10 for now. Check out by invoice. And if you have a discounted code, which you might from some other promotion or site, you would apply it here. I don't have one, so I'm going to skip that. Purchase order number, I'm going to fill in this information all according to the PO that I have, write my institution name, my address, my city, and then purchase. So once I've filled in all that information with my purchase order, my class has been completed. Again, if you pay by credit card, it is the same process. So we see success, premium class completed, and slots purchased. So I can look at some statistics here. I have 10 student activations, and I still can sign up students for free. So let's say I have a class of 10 students who are really into this, but I have a bunch of other students who are interested in Gamestar but are maybe not into making games yet and just want to check it out. I can sign up an unlimited number for free. These links are really key in signing up your students. If you give a student this link, they will be able to join as a premium account, or this link, they will be able to join as a free account. So how do I give students that link? I could copy and paste it and just send it to my students. Or I can manually upgrade students from free to premium. So we're going to go back to the workshop. Again, I can get there just by going to GamestarMechanic.com and clicking on the workshop button. Scroll down, and now we see that my class is premium because I have some premium accounts. Now I have all kinds of other stuff I can do. I can track my students, I can assign projects, I can see how students are communicating with each other, but I'm going to go back to About My Institution. About My Institution is where you want to go to manage your class, free and premium accounts, to purchase anything. It's always there. Now we have some extra stuff because we're a premium class. So I can have my students follow each other's accounts so they get notified when each other does something in Gamestar. I can collect real student names, and I would suggest enabling this because often students will make usernames that have nothing to do with their real names, and if you need to know which student is which, I would enable this so when a student makes a new account, they have to put their username and then also their real name so you, the teacher, can know who they are. You can also unlock all sprites. Normally, a student has to go through the Gamestar Mechanic quest in order to collect sprites to use for their games, but if you decide that you would rather give them sprites from the beginning, you can enable this feature. I would advise, if you have the time to have your students go through the quest, I would advise against doing this because it is really important for students to know what the sprites do and how to use them before they start adding them to their own games. So I'm going to leave that disabled for now. If we scroll down, we see that I still have my one student who's a free student. The student has not been added to my premium packs. And I have 10 premium packs left. So I want to take this student and make that student premium. So I'm going to click the check mark here and then say apply premium pack. Are you sure? Yes. Now I have one premium student. So what can I do with this student? If I go back to my workshop, scroll down to my class and go to student tracking, now I can see data on my student. I can see that the student has 6 published games, 25 draft games, 14 reviews, 34 comments, and has completed the quest. The student hasn't completed any projects because I haven't assigned them. And to see about how to assign projects to students, go to the class projects video. I can also remove the student from the class here, or I can do that in About My Institution. I can remove the student from the class here as well. Once you've set up an account, again, the steps are to go down to the bottom of any Gamestar page, click on Teachers, and click on this Get Started button, and that will enable you to set up a free class, a premium class, or a trial class. From here, once you've set it up, you can go back to Gamestar Mechanic, go to your workshop, and anytime you need to manage your class or your students in your workshop, scroll down to Classes. You can see your student tracking, class projects, or student discussions here, but click on About My Institution to manage purchasing or removing students or applying premium packs. And these codes you can give out to students to sign them up for a premium account, a free account, or to add more teachers to your class. One last note is if I purchase accounts for my students, those are their accounts forever. So that $2 a student price point means that my students will each keep their accounts forever, even when they leave my class, even if I remove them from my class. Those are their premium accounts that they can use at home, they can use in their next grade, they can use after school. It is theirs to keep. I hope this helps with setting up your class for Gamestar Mechanic, and enjoy your Gamestar experience.